which is the largest online education platform for GATE Computer Science and IT. Here myself Mallesham Devasane, and this is the second session for previous year GATE question solution, and we are looking at detailed solution, and answers are there, solutions are available, but still you need to understand how to solve the question. So this session might help you to gain the concepts in right manner. So let me start without wasting the time. Let me introduce myself if anybody is starting the first time on this channel, and myself Mallesham Devasane. You can visit unacademy.com/DevaGateCSE, where I'm working as an educator on Unacademy. You can access many free classes using the referral code DEVALIVE. So you can access all free classes, as well as if you are interested you can take Plus or Iconic subscription. I'll be talking about what are the benefits of Plus or Iconic. If you wanted to know about my background details, you can look at what I'm doing on Unacademy and what I was having an experience basically. So I worked at various institutes, and I've completed MTech from IIT Bombay before that. And here I'm taking a C programming TOC compiler, which are popular courses on Unacademy. And this is a referral code, as I was talking about, DEVALIVE, which will help you to get 10% discount. Additionally, you can get all free classes if you wanted to access my classes. These are the free classes where you can access them. There are more than now 400 classes are available on Unacademy, where you can access easily by visiting my profile. Okay, if you are not aware of Unacademy, how do you want to access? Then choose here. First, go to www.unacademy.com and choose the goal, GATE and ESE. Before that, log in using DEVALIVE referral code. And if you want to take a subscription, click on it. Otherwise, you can search whatever you want on Unacademy, and you can access all free classes too. And if you want to take this subscription, Plus and Iconic, where Plus has more benefits, Plus has already more benefits, having more benefits, and Iconic, which is added recently to gain the confidence and to crack the exam. And if you are really preparing seriously, then definitely this Iconic is going to help you, where you will have a coach to guide you. You will have one-to-one interaction with an educator. These are going to be more beneficial. Yeah, Mega, good evening. And Nagendra, good evening. If you want to know about who are going to teach an Unacademy, and really very good educators are there, and best of the best educators who are going to help you to crack the exam. And you can see that all these phases, you might have the names, and you will definitely know once you visit an Unacademy, right? And if you look at the batches which were started recently, and this is a doubt clearing batch and aspire batch and rank booster batch, which are going to help you for 2021 exam. And soon the 2022 batches are going to start, and you should be hurried to take the subscription Plus or Iconic to start learning from us, guys. If you wanted to know the price, Plus and Iconic, the Plus for 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 years, you have the prices like 27,225, 34,650 and 39,600 after applying my referral code respectively. And if you want to take the subscription of Iconic, you can look at 1-2 years, 4,500 and 54,000 after applying my referral code respectively again. And in case you are not knowing that there is an Unacademy learning app for the students, and you can watch all videos using mobile too, you go to Play Store and search for Unacademy learning app. So you can install and you can start watching the videos from using mobile. Okay, if you are following my classes regularly, so let me tell you, that is after this class I'm going to start at 6 p.m. on Unacademy digital PYQ questions, and then again in the night 8:15, and we are going to see TOC PDA construction on YouTube. And morning free classes were happened at 8 a.m. algorithm and 10 a.m. and CD part 1 for expected questions, and 4:30 is just now going on. And tomorrow you want to attend my classes, you can attend at 8 a.m. on Unacademy, and 10, it's all are free classes I'm talking about. And 10 a.m. we are going to see GATE 2020 complete paper discussion of 65 questions in 3 hours. And 4:30 p.m. we will come back here to discuss previous year GATE questions, and 6 p.m. and digital PYQ, and 8:15 again we'll come back to YouTube. Okay guys, now in the previous session we have seen some of the 2020 question. Let's look at this one. Marks given to all, we have seen in the previous session. You can go and look at it, and this is also completed, right? 1 and 2 we have discussed much about it, and even this is also discussed. And where we are going to start now here, consider the following languages. And guys, when you have this problem, when you have w, x, y, x, look at the symbols, or look at the variables where which have repetition. X is going to be repeated. So can we delete that x so that we can understand something? So I have a technique for that. What I have is put minimum x. And what do you see there? Minimum x is either 0 or 1. That is, I'm going to put x is equal 0 or 1. If I do that, w0, y0 or w1, y1. Of course, this is same as w means 0 plus 1 whole plus. And y is also 0 plus 1 whole plus. Or this is going to be an expression. But is this right answer or not? How do you know that? Because if you put any other x, put any other x now. Put x is equal 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Put x is equal anything, 3 length, anything. All the forms, whatever you get, they are already covered in this, because it is going to dominate remaining all the forms. So this answer is, it's a regular going to be. Okay, but to understand this concept, you might take much time. As I told, this is just shortcut to understand what happens to the language. So expression I am writing for this language, where actually XX is not there, it is just a form. L2. And what is L2? Is it regular? Definitely not regular, because you want to say x not equal y. X not equal y. What strings are there? Basically look at xy. xy. Length of x is equal length of y, and x not equal y. And epsilon I can't put. And what I can write? I can say AB, where x is A, y is B, and length of A is equal length of B, but x not equal to y. AB I can write, BA I can write. And if you are going to look at what kind of language you will have, look at that. If I have, suppose this string, if this is x, definitely y should not be same as x. There is somewhere the symbol might be different, that's okay. You can see that. But length must be same. And here this is 8 length. When you divide into 2 parts, that 4 length should not be same. Now how do you understand this problem? Of course it's not a regular, because of dependence is there, but is it a context free? Look at how do I do. There is a PDA, there is a grammar, but I'm just writing a grammar to make you believe. Okay, I just write AB or BA. What is my job? Whatever A gets, I don't care. Whatever B gets, I don't care. But I will show you something. A can have anything, but it must be even length, because A and B I'm going to take even length. Of course this is not understood in a 1 minute or 2 minutes. All the combinations, and there is something to write. I will do that. B also any even length. But to differentiate both of them, I'll just do one thing, that is, if this is going to generate A in somewhere and this is going to generate B, and when you are going to write A and B, whatever you write, definitely you will see in both the, if you divide into 2 parts somehow, you will see somewhere there is a difference in first x and the second y. That definitely x not equal y will be proved. But this is not easy to understand as I am talking about. For this problem, you may take half an hour to understand the logic of designing a PDA. Anyhow, So I'm trying to show I have a context free grammar. CFG exists. But to write this grammar, you should have a knowledge of PDA construction. Right? Whoever knows the PDA of this language, then definitely you can write the grammar so easily. Okay, this grammar is designed by understanding PDA definitely. It is a CFL but not regular. So we will choose L1 is regular, L2 is a CFL. And I might be explaining the answer directly, but there is a reason behind to say it is a CFL. Because I have shown you context free grammar. Now write any even length string from this grammar. You will definitely see if you divide into two parts, the first part never be equal to second part. You try it, you will always fail to prove first part is equal to second part. But it is going to cover all the even length, but which are not in the form of the WW form. Fine. Guys, if you're watching this video, please like this session, guys. Okay, now there is another question in 2020. Number of A's in X divisible by 2 and not divisible by 3. It's both are about A's only. Both are about A's only. Number of A's divisible by 2 and number of A's not divisible by 3. So if you are looking at the numbers divisible by 2, divisible by 3. So what divisible by 2 have in mathematics? In mathematics, divisible by 2 will have remainders like 0, 2, 4. Now 0 number of A's, 2 A's, 4 A's we need to talk about. But among them, now we don't want divisible by 3. First we'll look at divisible by 3. Divisible by 3 means 0 A's, 3 A's, 6 A's, 9 A's, 12 A's and then 15 A's and so on. So now I don't want this one minus, but we don't want this, not of this one. So what do? So we will get now 0 we don't get because will be deleted, 2 we get and 4 we get, 6 will be deleted because divisible by 3 and 8 we will get, 10 we will get, 12 we don't get and 14 we will get. So what will you get in a result? The number of A's is equal to, that is going to satisfy divisible by 2 but not divisible by 3. You will get 2, 4, 8, 10, then 14, then 16. So what can you observe here? Here distance is 2 and distance is 2, distance is 2. But here distance is 4. It is forming arithmetic progression, guys. But there are two sequences inside, right? Every 2, 2, 2 is going to generate with 2 distance, but after every 2 numbers there is a 4 distance. After every 2 numbers there is a 4 distance. So there are 2 things we require to observe. There are 2 things. So first I am going to design minimum 2 A's I have to accept. Minimum 2 A's. Some people say 2 into 3 is 6. Okay, you might be correct, but this is actual logic. And 2 accepted. Now after that 4 A's. After that 4 A's should be accepted. Then after that 8 A's. So you can look at that. This is 0A, this is a 1A, 2A, 3A. And this is the 4. Now 5, because next is 8 has to be accepted. If you go to the initial state, you can't get 8 at final. So what I do is 5 I go to, this is A. At 5th A, I go to here but I don't accept. 6th I come here. 7, so that 8 I can reach final. Look at that. Then 9, non-final because I don't want. 10, final. Then 11, not final. 12, not final. 13, again 14 is the final. 15, not. 16, yes. So if you look at this one, just a 6 states required, right? But most of the people answered 2 into 3. Maybe I don't know that formula is it true or not, but this is not the composition concept. It is the arithmetic progression concept. Remember, guys, this is arithmetic. Why this is very important? I'll tell you why it is not going to work. Divisible by 2 are divisible by 4. If this question comes, it is not 2 into 4. It is, the answer is just 2 states. And previously it was okay because that formula works, but here it not works. 2 into 4, 8. DFA is there, but that is not a minimum DFA. Here number of A's divisible by 2 R. Number of B's is there, multiply. But number of A's, both are A's only. So if A is divisible by 2 union, if A is divisible by 4, then just divisible by 2 is enough, because that is a superset. That is a superset, guys. Okay. And that is the reason I am trying to explain there is a much concept behind it. It is not the multiplication of 2 into 3. It is the understanding AP sequence of this, is because over one symbol. Over one symbol. You need to look at AP sequence. Is that AP forms or not? Yes. But which kind of AP? That is, I have explained just now. So based on that, I understood how to design with the 6 states. Okay, but anybody doing 2 into 3? Luckily it worked in this exam question, but in future, if this is the question, 2 into 4 is the wrong. 8, don't answer it. Fine. That's about 2020. Most of the questions are tricky. Now we will move to 2019. And I saw most of the people are saying B, but is it true? Let's look at. Which one of the following languages is not regular? Means it's not a sometimes not regular. It is, we are talking about always not regular. Remember that. By default. We look at, and L is the regular language over sigma is equal to A comma B. And L is the regular, and it's a reversal basically. See, X belongs to L, and that something, the Y power R belongs to L, then its reversal is going to be added. So what we are trying to do here? That L dot L power reversal. And if L as a DFA and reversal also has a DFA, we can concatenate. We will get another DFA too. Of course, by using epsilon moves, finally you can convert. Instead of saying DFA, just say FA. If you want D, you can do that conversion using algorithms. You can convert. It's just concatenation problem, guys. Concatenation. If X belongs to L, and even I can write Y belongs to L, then X dot Y power reverse is belongs to L dot LR. This is one way you can write. Other way, what you can write, if X belongs to L, Y power R belongs to L, then X dot Y belongs to LL power R. Both are same. Both are same. Only the way you write is different. Okay. Anyhow, it's a reversal is closed so that you can do that. And another one, W power R. Is it always not regular? Is it always not regular? No. Sometimes only not regular. And whoever made this question, really, we can challenge, but nobody has challenged that here. And sometimes only not regular. It is not always. Do you have any such situation? W, if I take W power R, right, guys? Let me do something for you. W is, let's say, A star, because this is over A comma B only. A comma B doesn't mean that you have a B inside language. Without B also you can write. Then reversal is also A star. And it's not about reversal, it's just W only. Look at that. Now, using this, I'm forming W power R, W belongs to L. This is going to give you double A whole star at any cost. It's going to be regular. That means this can be either regular or not regular. If you are choosing this is not regular, it is wrong. But it is only the suitable answer as per the given options, because prefix operation is always regular and the suffix of a regular is always regular. So only B option left. So most of the people are choosing B. Luckily it is. But marks should be given to all. This is only suitable but not complete, guys. So even this is also wrong. Even this is wrong. Okay. So I don't know how many people are understood. Blindly everybody answers this question, but as per the TOC concepts, option B is also wrong. That is, that is only possible to be not regular sometimes only. But if W is equal A star, this become regular. A star is also a regular language over A comma B. A star possible to be regular for over A comma B. Remember that. But he has to say two symbols must be there in L, then there is a chance. Then there is a chance, guys. But still, L can be finite language. If it is a finite language, W power R can be finite again. So it is a regular. So be careful. Within the regular, you have finite languages too. So if L is the finite, W power R is also regular because it's generating finite language again. So there is no guarantee of a non-regular all the time. So here even B is also wrong. Okay, this is one of the question where in 2019 it went wrong. Right, but nobody has challenged. Fine. And which one of the following languages over sigma is equal to A comma B is a not context free? And we want a not context free. Remember, this is CFL but not DCFL. Remember, if you want to prove CFL, very easy. I have a grammar. We have seen many times. This is the palindrome, even length palindrome concept. I am showing you CFG, so it has to be CFL. Remember that. But if you want to know DCFL, it takes time. Okay. This one. W A power N B power N W power R. And is it possible DCFL? No, because inside W also we have A's and B's. You do not know when this A's comes. So what we do, push. We don't know how long, but non-deterministically. Sometimes we push, then A's also sometimes we A's now we start pushing it. All the A's, then B's we pop. But this is a non-determinism. Either A or B, I don't care. So I do sometime, but how long I really don't know. That's why it is a non-deterministic. And push A's, then pop A's, and if this two matches and this has to pop whatever you pushed in the reverse order. So this is just a CFL but not DCFL. And if you are really interested to write a grammar for this, you can do that. If you are confused with that, as derives, that use the same concept, A as A or B as B. But how this ends? With capital A. And I'm going to write a capital A for this. So what capital A should do? A, capital A, B or epsilon. And this is the grammar for the option B. Capital A will take care of A power and B power n, which comes in between W and W power R. Look at that, guys. No need to design a PDA, right? You can write a grammar, context-free grammar to prove it is a CFL. But only DCFL you will have a confusion. Fine. It is also CFL. And this one. And look at now, W power R. You may do it, but if you can ignore A's, but you can't ignore, and look at that, the dependency is crossing lines. That makes it is a not CFL at all. It is not possible even non-deterministically. Remember, because we have two dependencies which doesn't come in the stack order. And next one, this is B's has a choice like A power n, B power n, union A power n, B power 3n, union A power n, B power 5n. So now A's we can push, B's you can take the choices for the three choices. B's you can check this, you can check this, you can check this. So this is a CFL again. CFL guys. If anybody want to write a context-free grammar, yes, we can do that. Like capital A, capital B, capital C. What capital A will take care of? A power n, B power n, AAB. What capital B will take care of? 1A will have 3 B's at a time. And what capital C will take care of? Every A will guarantee there are 5 A's at the last. 5 B's at the last. 5 B's. B power 5n. And I am showing you why. If you don't believe, you can believe now. A, B, D. I have shown you grammar. Right? And we want not CFL, so C is not CFL. Okay? this is another interesting example. And these days, if you assume easy questions are there, also difficult questions are there. Remember the two. Yeah. Next, the undecidability or countability. These kind of concepts are very important. Set of all RELs, guys. You know, set of all RELs over any sigma, and set of not only this, all regular languages, set of all CFLs, set of all CSLs, set of all recursive languages, all are countable, guys. He's talking about uncountable. So these languages are countable, all are countable, all are countable because they can be enumerated. Now, set of all syntactically valid C programs, and for that you have syntax only, right? You have, it's indirectly, it is a context free languages, guys. Set of syntactically valid means you are trying to say that set of CFLs, the another name of this one, you can say that, because but this context free language is based on the context free grammars you have written for C language compiler, you can say that. Okay, during syntax analysis you might have a context free grammar that can talk about this. This is also countable. I'm trying to tell you why it is countable. Okay, set of all languages over all languages means it is a 2 power sigma star, where sigma is 0, 1 is uncountable. Power set of sigma star, another name, power set of sigma star. Many times it was a gate question, guys. It is uncountable. This is uncountable because you have 0 string language is 1, and 1 string language is infinite, 2 string language is infinite, and you do not know how to cover all of them. Set of all regular is countable, but all non-regulars is also uncountable, because some of the non-regulars we don't understand how to enumerate them. Okay, here which of the above sets are uncountable? We have S4 and S3. So S3 and S4 are uncountable. Yeah, uncountable, guys. Okay, now if you look at, and I think most of the questions, which are conceptually, they are very good at, you need to use mathematics, you need to use the implications, and this requires mathematical knowledge. Again, what is a bijection? And anybody do not know what is a bijection, you can't do this. So bijection functions, here sigma has bijections. How many bijections we have? 120 bijective functions. Here F1 is a symbol, F2 is a symbol, function is a symbol. Every bijective function is a symbol here. Every bijective, because sigma is a set of symbols, but each symbol is a bijective function from 5 element to 5 element. Every bijective function is a symbol in this language. Don't assume symbol is always like a 0, 1. Wrong, guys. Symbol can be a grammar, symbol can be a language, symbol can be a function, symbol can be anything in the world. But I have to mention in the problem what is my symbol. So here clearly mention what is symbol, and it's trying to define. ID denotes identity function. So what is identity function? Everybody knows in the world. F of x is equal to x. F of x is equal to x for every x. And this is the identity function definition. Identity function definition, guys. And he is using composition. Let circle is a composition on function. Composition on function. And if you have any string, this is a string x1 to xn. If that string belongs to that sigma power n, and he's trying to say this is called as a composition. This x1 to, and let me write that all of them. Sigma, I hope you understood. What is x is one confusion. x is equal to x1 some string here, some string. It is a string now, it is a string, but sequence of bijective functions. And what is this string? What is this string? He has defined something. If composition of them, that's phi of x means that phi of the x1, x2, x3 and xn. The string is going to do the composition. How can you do the composition for the string? You can do, because everybody is a function. Everybody is a function. Remember that, bijective function. Now the question is, now language, what is the language? L is the language. You will have a string only when its composition sequence is generating ID. Example, I'm assuming F1, F2, you have 120. So it looks lengthy, right? It looks lengthy, right? So I have a technique to understand this problem. What technique? So I'm just going to assume to understand what is L. To understand what is L, guys. To understand what is L, you are going to keep like x1. I'm not going to keep x. It's x dash, x double dash. But what happens? If you do phi of x, you should get ID. If you do phi of x dash, you should get ID. Are you clear? If you do phi of x double dash, you should get ID. Then how to understand this? I have a small technique for that. Okay. Now function, I'm just assuming two elements, guys, 0, 1 to 0, 1. Then this is a function. This is a function. How many bijective functions are possible? N factorial. That is 2. Number of bijective functions is equal to, what are they? It's very simple. 0, 1, 0, 1. 1 is ID. This is called as F1. You can say it is ID. And another one, F2. Is F2, and this is not ID at all. Now look at what is L. L has to be like F1, because F1, if you do phi of F1, it has to be ID. And next is F2 and look at guys, F2, F2. F2, F2. If you do phi of F2, F2, which is nothing but F2 composition with F2, you can see that 0, 1 and 0, 1. And if you do composition, then you will get, you can see that this is f of 0 is equal to F2, right? F2 circle, that is F2 composition with F2. And this is one F2, this is another F2. And you always do right to left, you know that. And if you look at this, F2 of F2, you take any x, which x means here any element A, which is equal to A only. That represent ID. That represent ID. Similarly, F1 is ID. And these are the so far 2 length. 1 length is over, 2 length is over, 3 length. You can have F1, and F1, F2, F2. And F2 2 times F1, and so on. All such strings are there in the language, guys. How difficult to understand about the language. Now, how many states in minimum DFA? Here what happens? And F1, one state you maintain. Initially you can assume ID, F2. And now you need to cover symbols from here. F1 followed by any number of times F1, its composition has to be F1. F1 composition with F2, it has to be F2, it is not ID. That is the reason it is not there in the language. So F2 comes, I go to F2. And from F2, F1 comes, I can stay there, because F2 followed by F1 is Amesha F1 on F2 only. F2 composition with F1 is F2. You know, identity function. And F2 followed by F2, I can come to F1. So final state is going to be F1, because whenever you get ID, you can come to final, right? And this is about a DFA with 2 states. Why 2 states? Why 2 states? Because two functions, two bijective functions, two bijective. So here we have 5 factorial 120, 5 factorial 120 bijective functions are there. So to understand this problem, you require 120 states in a minimum DFA, guys. Clear? Similarly, F1 to F120, you will create the states. You will create the states. And you are going to do that. F1 followed by F1, F1. F1 followed by F2, F2. F1 followed by F3, F3. And F1 followed by F4, F4. And similarly, you will do. But from F2 also, it takes much time because you should clearly know F2 followed by F3, what comes. F4 may come, F5 may come. First 120 functions you have to assume. But in exam, can you show 120 functions? No. Only we understand. It's a numerical type. Purely you can, by looking at this one, okay, it's talking about bijective functions. Then how many bijective functions are there? 120. I have 120 symbols, so 120 functions, and there could be possibility of 120 states. You can predict, but by understanding you can do very clearly. Fine. This is one problem where we have faced lot in the GATE exam. Remember, and such questions comes, maybe you will leave and or you may try to attempt it. There's another interesting question in GATE, pumping lemma. This was a second question in the history about pumping lemma, guys. And most of the people were assuming pumping lemma question may not come. Even I was assuming, but it came. And you know, the pumping length, that constant is whatever you're choosing. The pumping length for regular languages, it's going to be greater than or equal to the number of states in finite automata. Better to use minimum DFA all the time instead of using NFA. Of course you can use that, but minimum DFA is the best choice to understand. Okay, so first you should know how many states for this one because it is a regular language, guys. So definitely there is a DFA with some states. There is a DFA for that. So you require to understand the problem first. X is equal to L is equal to, and that X is either a power 2 plus 3k, and I can write like this: a power 2 plus 3k union b power 10 plus 2k, 12k. This one, a square is there, dot triple a whole square. This is the one problem, union, and b power 10 is there, dot b power 12 whole star, b power 12. So I'm just trying to write here because I need to design a machine. And this is my language now. By understanding the given problem, this is the language. If I try to design a machine for this, and here minimum 2 A's, then after that, if you have only this portion, only a power 2 triple a whole star, you can take the help of initial state, but now you can't because other side that b power 10 comes. Because after a there is a chance of b if you come back to initial. So we should not do that. We should not come back to the initial. Some people thinking about, sir, why should I design? Because you should design to understand, or you should realize what is the meaning, right? Okay, 10 base, minimum 10 base. Now after this, every 3 years you need to accept the string. That means you can't come back to initial. So what I do is, I go to somewhere on A, I will take the help of this state. Now every 3 years, can you come back to final or not? Yes. This side, we will accept a power 2 triple a whole star. And this side, I want to make every 12 base, I need to come back to final. I need to come back to final. Now if you come to initial, what happens? These are the 10 base. and that will become 11th B. But you should not come to initial, because there is a chance of after B A's can be accepted. So we will not come. So we will go to some other state. 10. And then I'm just going to create 11th B somehow. And if I go here, is it a 12? Just scratch a count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 only. Count it again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. Now this one, 12 base, you are coming back to final. Only initial state you can't take. Only initial state you can't take. Only initial state you can't use for both the paths. Now, all missing transitions go to dead state. Okay, dead state is not compulsory to understand the pumping lemma, guys. But still, for safe side, I am taking dead state is there for any time A is going to come from B path, and any time B is going to come from A path, you will have a dead state also. So if you count the number of states, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 states. 17. So we are going to 16 is enough, but that is the reason greater than or equal 16 or 17 fine. So greater than or equal 17 states, the answer is right. So which one of the following? 3 impose, 3 you should not use, 5, 9 you should not, only 24. In the exam, MSQ also possible. Now 17, 18, 19, 20 is there, all are right answers. Remember. So greater than or equal 17, that pumping length should be chosen, because here 17 states are there. Now if I keep the 17 length constant, maybe you cannot prove the pumping lemma, or you cannot prove the language is regular. Okay, that is the problem we have. Okay guys, please like the session if you are watching this video, guys. Please like the session. And you need to understand this DFA, guys. And you don't know how to design a DFA, then there is no use of applying pumping lemma here. You can't understand what is the pumping length. Fine. Okay. So with this 2019 are completed. Tomorrow I am going to take 18, 17, 16, and also let me complete remaining 2019. Okay, not there. So if you are taking the plus subscription, guys, please choose structured courses to learn well, and multiple courses are there, and study as per your interest. Learn from top educators, study with proper planning, and enjoy learning without losing confidence. And this all are benefits because of plus iconic subscription, guys. And you can download the Unacademy app, and you can go to you can use even mobile laptop or PC to access the Unacademy web pages. And please log in using DEVALIVE to access the free classes, or to take the subscription. And this is going to be mandatory now, and you can follow my profile to access all my classes. All right. Timing, Diana, so please timing क्या है? किसकी timing? इसकी timing 4:30 to 5:30. Okay, if anybody want the timings, just wait. These are the today timings. You can see that 6 p.m. and then 8:15 p.m. we have next 2 classes. One is Unacademy, one is YouTube. And tomorrow you have the sessions 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and then 4:30 p.m., 6 p.m. and 8:15 p.m. These are the classes tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can also you can also subscribe to this channel to access daily links, guys. And you can refer your friends all these YouTube channels which are which are going to be taken by top educators from Unacademy, which really helps you. And please like the session and share if you enjoy, and please subscribe, don't forget that. And also do not forget to like the session before leaving, guys. And thank you so much. Bye bye, take care.